Good morning and welcome to TNT. Well, good morning for me. Brought to you by 5 Star Marine and Beach House Thailand. And starting off with a bit of a thank you. We even got a thank you note from Eileen. Thank you very much for your great support of the program. Tim, barbecue sauce from South Carolina, mustard base. There was 2 of them, and it says 1 for Steve. So it's been passed on to Steve, who was as grateful as I am, and we look forward to having a bit of a cook-up, bit of a barbecue, and trying out your barbecue sauce. So thank you very much, Eileen. Now, following up from the story yesterday, some quite worrying fires in the Pattaya area. And the follow-up update, major forest fire outside of Pattaya fully contained, leaving significant forest damage. And the affected area showed significant damage to the trees in the forest, though the fire did not reach the monastery nearby. The cause of the wildfire is believed to be a natural occurrence, as similar fires have been reported annually in the area. And just some follow-up on these online scam gangs operating in the border areas around Thailand, particularly Myanmar. And you get the feeling there are hundreds, maybe thousands of people that are being searched for at the moment. And suddenly these people are going, oh, this is getting media attention. Let's contact the media. I think we're going to see quite a few more of these stories. Father of missing Chinese model seeks answers in Thailand. This published by the Bangkok Post. And model Yang Zheki was last seen on December the 29th. And the father of a Chinese male model who went missing near the Thai-Myanmar border more than 2 weeks ago has sought help from Thailand's police chief to find his son. Yang made a video call to his mother via WeChat on December the 29th, looking worried and frightened. Apparently he was sitting on a chair with his hands on a table. His father noticed his son had injuries to his eyes and was not holding the mobile phone. And Yang's last known location, based on messages sent to his girlfriend and other friends, showed that he was near Mae Sot district of Tak. There were no further updates on his social media, and it's not known whether he crossed the Moi River to Myanmar. And this story in the Straits Times shows some of the problems. China vows to rescue scam victims, crack down on cross-border criminal gangs. Here's part of the problem in the photo. There's Thailand and there's Myanmar, with just that thin sliver of water, that river between the two. And you can guess where they're getting their telecommunications and their power from. But further to that story, China will make every effort, they say, to rescue Chinese nationals who have fallen for scam operations that lure them to countries including Myanmar. And overseas fraud syndicates have duped Chinese citizens with promise of high-paying jobs, food, accommodation and airfares, and trapped them in telecom fraud dens in towns such as Myawaddy on Myanmar's border with Thailand. And China says they're going to step up efforts with other countries to dismantle the telecom's fraud dens, and they referred to a 2023 campaign with Myanmar authorities to bring down the Kokang 4 families. And that was right up in the far, far north of Myanmar on the border with China. And there's been some follow-up to that story, and this published at the end of last year. Ming family, suspects of telecom frauds based in northern Myanmar, prosecuted in China. And the Wenzhou People's Procuratorate in Zhejiang province on Monday filed charges against 39 members of the Ming family's mafia and associated criminal groups who'd been operating in northern Myanmar's Kokang self-administered zone. Bit of a problem for countries like China and Thailand to be sending troops officially into, well, basically a sovereign country, no matter what the reason. Then again, it doesn't stop freelance or ununiformed troops moving into some of these areas and breaking up these scam gangs. Now, Thailand, speaking of scams, is looking like they're just as underhandedly introducing online casinos as they were introducing casinos to Thailand. Thai PBS reporting former senator questions government's hidden motives behind online gambling legislation. And a former Senator Wallop has expressed doubts about the Cabinet's decision to legalise online gambling, warning that it could backfire on the government. And the Minister of Thailand's Digital Economy and Society stated that legal revisions will be made to decriminalise online gambling, adding that the process will be expedited and that giving online gambling a legal status is an urgent government policy. And Wellop said that when the PM Pattaya Shinawat announced the Cabinet's resolutions on Monday, she didn't mention the decriminalisation of online gambling, suggesting that there might be something suspicious about the government's hurried actions. He described the move as a potential disaster for Thai society, arguing that it could significantly alter societal values and negatively impact the mindset of the younger generation. So it seems the Pattaya government is hell-bent, without a whole lot of publicity, introducing casinos and online gambling into Thailand. We'll have to see what happens there. Now, they have been very busy. They thought they'd come up with some ideas to combat the PM 2.5 haze air pollution problem, which usually besets northern, northeastern and northern Thailand for the next 3 or 4 months each year. And the Pattaya News reports Thai PM orders urgent measures to combat rising PM 2.5 levels. It's the government's response to the early arrival of PM 2.5 pollution this year. Okay, so what are they going to do? And the PM's urged the Ministry of Agriculture to implement immediate measures, citing increased burning by farmers due to unusually cold weather. And suggestions include penalties, such as reducing financial support for farmers found responsible. Local officials, including governors, district officers and village heads, will monitor burning activities next week. And discussions are underway with neighbouring countries to coordinate efforts against transboundary haze. Meanwhile, Bangkok's governor mentioned potential work-from-home measures, and no official policies have been set. Now, you might be thinking exactly what I thought, that there was much ado about nothing in all that. The Thai PM is urging the Ministry of Agriculture, not telling him. There are suggestions, including penalties. The local officials are going to monitor burning activities, and discussions are underway. And regarding the potential work-from-home measures, no official policies have been set. So according to the PattayaNews.com, regarding the PM 2.5 problem, absolutely nothing concrete has been decided for this year. So let's talk visas. And about 2.5 years ago, the government announced the LTR, the long-term residency visas, that would allow foreigners to stay for 5 plus 5 years, a total of 10 years. But the bar was set quite high. As such, there hasn't been much of a pickup on these visas. They were expecting at the time some 30,000 applications within 3 months. Well, the numbers, as you'll see, have been a lot lower. So they're going to lower the bar and make it easier for foreigners to apply for the LTR visas. And CalSouthEnglish.com reports Thai new LTR visa rules widen door for foreign experts and their families. And Thailand's BOI has significantly relaxed its long-term resident visa requirements in a bid to attract more foreign talent, including lowering income thresholds and expanding eligibility for family members. So the total applications in 2.5 years have been just over 6,000, with the wealthy pension group being the highest pickup. So the LTR visa aims to attract highly skilled foreigners, individuals with special skills, professionals working remotely for foreign employers from Thailand, sort of similar to the Destination Thailand visa, but with a lot higher requirements. High net worth individuals and retirees, including their family members. And LTR visa holders may stay in Thailand for up to 10 years and have multiple entry. They're allowed to work in Thailand, and the income tax for specialised professionals is reduced to 17%. And they don't have to do 90-day reports. They can do their report to immigration once a year. The target sectors for qualified specialists has been expanded to include teachers at universities and vocational training institutions. In addition, the work experience requirement for skilled professionals and remote workers has been removed to reduce redundancy with other qualifications. Income requirements for foreign employees of remote workers in Thailand have been reduced from a minimum of $150 million to $50 million over the past 3 years. Well, even at 50 million US dollars over 3 years, you're still talking about the foreign employee working for a quite large company. And the income requirement for high net worth individuals has also been removed, shifting the focus to stable assets and long-term investments in Thailand, a minimum of 500,000 US dollars, rather than annual income. And eligibility for dependents has also been extended to include not only the spouses and children, but also parents and other dependents, with no upper limit on the number. And further down there, which countries are applying for these LTR visas? Well, Europeans are leading the way with 2,500 people. Then you've got the US, Japan, China and India. Well, even though they've lowered the bar for the LTR as far as qualifications are concerned, it really still remains a visa opportunity for people with quite a lot of cash. Now, next week, the same-sex marriages will start in Thailand. Looks like Banglamung is getting in quickly. And the Banglamung district chief has confirmed the district's readiness to register same-sex marriages following the passage of Thailand's Marriage Equality Act. Now, it comes into effect on January the 23rd, and LGBTQ plus couples will be able to register their marriages at any of the 878 registration offices across the country. But Banglamung has made extensive preparations for the official rollout, including publicising information about the marriage registration process, detailing the legal benefits, and providing guidelines for all couples regardless of gender or identity. And for LGBTQ couples, this is Thai couples, the registration requirements mirror those for heterosexual couples. However, international LGBTQ plus couples cannot register their marriages in Thailand. But in cases where one partner is Thai, the other is a foreigner, registration is possible, provided the foreign partner proves single status, which may require additional processing time. So exactly how that's going to pan out, I don't think anybody really knows. I think there'll be a flurry and a bit of a rush for the first couple of weeks, and then we probably won't hear much more about it. And with that, hopefully you're a bit more up to date with things happening around Thailand. Please subscribe to the channel. A big thanks to 5 Star Marine and Beach House Thailand. Thanks for joining us today. We will be around tomorrow morning with our live show. Starts at 9 a.m. and we look forward to seeing you then.